Hello, people. Today we're going to be talking to Dex Science Set. It's a Ghanaian-based company in Kumasi that does stuff for education. Stay tuned. We're going to come your way. You're going to learn a lot how you will be able to use this innovative technology to fix stuff in your lab, which is essentially in your palm. If you haven't subscribed so far, do that. I would love if you share it as well. Thank you very much. Okay, my brother.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Life is a blessing.
Nice. Today we would want to get to know the wonderful stuff Dex is doing.
Great.
And you will be in a better position. First, your name for my audience to get to know you.
My name is Caleb Fuga. I'm the guy in charge of strategy at Dex Technology Limited. And just to zoom into your answer, Dex is a company that was born in Ghana in 2017 that has been engaged in solving a cultural problem, which is the lack of practical education in our country.
100% perfect idea. Nice.
So that someone might ask me how. So imagine, before time, if you wanted to make a phone call, you had to go to the telecommunications center or go to a telephone booth to make a call.
Definitely.
Yes, but something happened. Everybody now has a cell phone. The same paradigm shift is happening in the educational space, where you wouldn't have to use so much money to build a lab, but rather we put it in a black box.
Have it in your hand.
Just in your hands.
Palm.
And then you can do every practical activity you want to do. So the science set is solving that problem.
Is it the only science set in the world?
The science set.
The first and ever science set.
Yeah, this is the science set.
I can't wait to see how it does work.
So there's nothing like the science set, if I must be categorical about it. It's the face for practical education, especially on the African continent. Somewhere in 2018, we won the most innovative tool for practical education in Africa by African Union. And so it goes to make a bold statement about how the science set is
helping the school system.
Yes. So it helps to deliver curriculum content.
Okay.
And for instance, if you are learning about simple electronic circuits, which is very critical, and our research showed us that it's very difficult for teachers to teach that in abstract. And so you get tools from the science set that will be able to do that. If you are talking about solar energy, we have tools in the science set to be able to do that. If you're talking about robotics, how to even build a robot, the science set will be able to do
very small
thing. How to build a switch, the science set will be able to teach you that. And one of the most interesting things that happened recently was that because of the COVID-19, students who have learned that you can build a pump and all that from the science set improved it. And said that if you have the virus on your hands and you touch the buckets, the tap, the Veronica buckets, and then you leave the virus on it and you wash your hands under running water like you're always saying, and then you would touch the taps again to close it, you pick the virus back. So you've done cost 90, zero work. So they created a system where you use your legs, because they have a knowledge of how to create a switch, and they built it up, and then they are washing their hands without touching it.
So how aware is the school embracing this? How aware are they that there is something of a sort in Ghanaian schools, African schools, and the globe at large?
Yeah, okay, so speaking of global impact, we are already working with 700 schools in the UK who are using the science set.
Are you able to meet the demand?
Yes, the KNCETC, the Royal Academy of Engineering, we're able to meet those because it's time frame, you're able to send the science sets to them and then you meet the demand. We work with institutions like MTN, Ghana, where we won MTN Heroes of Change last year. And so we are trying to get it out to these schools. But on the private school level, we are trying as much as possible to reach out to the private schools. And every single private school we've gone through have embraced the science set because they understand how it is. Some have said, okay, let's go back to the parents, PTA meetings here and there. but generally the reception has been very good.
The secondary school level, how far is it catching up with because I think the science and maths quiz, for instance, if they have this to be able to practically
Sure.
answer those questions
Sure.
on there at the platform, it will be
Sure.
fantastic.
I think that has been a suggestion that has been made. We've met with Dr. Elsie Hoffman, and she
Lovely.
loves the idea,
Okay.
and we are looking forward to that. And so the science set is made for students from basic school to junior high school to senior high school.
Okay.
So it's just one product that covers all that. And so the science set is designed such that it doesn't only capture you in the physical sciences, but also gives you a social environmental awareness. For instance, in the science set, you are taught how to build a vertical farm,
Wow.
and then you add irrigation systems to it. So we are showing them mechanized farming right from the basic science they are learning. And so from that state, you are able to now create an awareness of even plastic reusability. So they will create a
all with this.
All with this. So we'll go inside.
I can't wait to see. Now let's go to see
Great.
what it's all about.
Great. So I'm going to leave you to do majority of the work.
I will be doing it myself.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm a science student now.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I did business.
That's fine. So for the purposes of time, I want us to learn about just one component.
Lovely.
Simple
That would be
component.
nice.
Yes.
What is this called?
So these are the battery holders.
Battery holders.
Battery holders. So just as I mentioned, for the purposes of time, I want us to move.
It comes with its own battery.
Yeah, it does. It comes with its own battery, and then let me just quickly put the batteries inside for you, because today's lesson is just on one topic,
Okay.
and then
So when one buys it, it comes with a manual
definitely
that you have to read and be able to do the.
yes, and then we have video tutorials all over
All
the
over.
internet.
Okay.
And so when you order a set, we give you a procedure to follow through. You can get in touch with us even if you need a personal training assistant. And so we are able to do that. And then quickly, let me just show you an activity we have. Okay, so we bring these two components out. And what do you see here? Just the number
1,000.
1,000, and this is what?
33.
Okay, so that's what I don't know. Can the screen capture? Great.
Yeah, you can.
Fantastic.
We'll capture it.
Sure. And then we have an LED here. That's a light emitting diode.
Okay.
So we are going to perform a very basic experiment which we are taught in school all the time.
They are in books.
They are in books.
And we have them at our fingertips right here.
Yeah, definitely. So
I can't wait to buy some for all my 3 children.
you know, and it gives them an advantage.
So while you are taking us through,
Yeah.
will come from the manual. Even if you are not there
Definitely.
in their houses or in their school labs
Definitely.
when they buy.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
So we are going to have a very simple exercise. Consider this to be a classroom.
You said I will be doing it too.
Yes. So
It hasn't gotten to my 10
yes.
yet.
So I just wanted us to build this as fast as we can.
Okay.
And so we've built that. And so
what is that?
Yeah, this is a simple electronic circuit. But today, we will not explain what that is. We just want to focus on one component of the simple electronic circuit. So at this point, I want you to observe closely what happens to the light when you change from 1,000 to 33. We call this component the mysterious component for now.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to tell me and change it yourself. Change the 1,000 to
33.
yeah. So you replace this with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job. Nice.
I can put it
Anywhere you feel comfortable to. Great. Do you observe any difference from what you did previously?
I think this one is more brighter.
That's good. But I want to ask a very simple question.
Okay.
When it was 1,000, the light was what? Dimmer.
Dimmer.
But now that it's 33, the light is brighter. What do you think this component is doing to the light?
It has added more shine to it.
Fine, that's good. That's true. You get it.
The government should buy one for every single child.
I totally agree with you.
Every single child.
Because you
Yes.
see, 50.
We will give them discount.
that would be a great day. Where
Yeah, it should happen.
where
Is the government aware something of a sort?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. We have engaged the government on several levels, which is looking good. But just that, the government process takes a while. Nonetheless, we've had private individuals, philanthropists, and
I think we need my school should be a pace setter. Agree. My alma mater.
Definitely.
We should be able to come
Yeah.
together as all students and get one
Definitely,
for every
because-
single
Yes.
student in Agri.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they do that. They do that.
Yeah.
Some of the old school students do
They
that.
buy for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll
that's
try
one.
and see.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things. So if you go into the sets, you have a solar panel in here. You can build a robot from here. You can learn a switch. You can learn how to build a key. That's the switch that I was talking about.
All with this.
All with this simple.
Look
tool.
at that.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Very
Robot with this.
Yes.
And it will move.
It will move. It will move.
Gracious
Robots are meant to move.
And these things are made in Ghana, Africa.
Definitely.
The world should hear about this.
Definitely.
It's mind blowing. The world should hear about this inventions.
Definitely.
I mean, so how much does it go for? Like if I buy a set
It's
of
150 cedis, 150 Ghana cedis only.
okay,
Yeah, so if you're a school and you're interested, you come and form a club in your school.
so that they will
You train the
use it.
teachers because it is part of the academic work.
Yeah.
Now, you remember when we were kids, we used to carve out Tontraka,
Yeah, then we will be pulling.
but those things have faded away
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have a place in the academic work.
At all.
But now this thing has come to bring that spirit back.
Mm.
Here I am, I've built a light. So how can I introduce this into my house?
So that when there is no light, she or he will be able to study.
It's a she. Her name is Priscilla. So she created a light box with cardboards and then puts the LEDs around it. And so she has a switch whenever she wants to turn it on. And now her friends came over to study with her.
Wow.
Imagine what is happening to the mind of this child. The problem solving ability, the confidence, the innovativeness,
And where
that
it
level.
can carry her.
You get it. And so there's a strong shift happening in the educational system.
Where does one get to buy some if I would want to order in quantities?
Okay.
How long will it take for it to be delivered if I want to buy 1,000? Where do I get them to
If
buy?
you want to buy 1,000 and you're in our office, we can just go down there. We'll give it to
Maybe
you.
all of them.
Yes, we'll give it to you. We produce in bulk, and of course, you can pick some at Kingdom Books KNUST, Kingdom Books Tema, Kingdom Books La. You can also pick some at EPP Books, Legon City Mall, and the numbers keep growing. And so, if you want to order online, to www.thescienceset.com, thescienceset.com, and then you can reach us on the app. Can I put my number out?
Yeah,
there?
sure, everything.
Yeah, so you can also
Instagram, Facebook,
yeah, you
you
can.
have those
I mean, Dex
handles.
_tech everywhere on all our social media handles, or Dex Technology Limited on Facebook.
That's the way they spell it.
Yeah, DEX is dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah, so the ability to do several things at a time. So that is basically what the science set does. It is generating a generation that is conscious of innovation. You get it? So they are always trying to solve problems. I think you should see a video of a child who has introduced the hand washing system. It will amaze you.
I would want to have that.
No problem, we'll have that
want-
shared with you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. And
I
this-
am over the moon. I think for us to have something of this nature in Ghana, Africa, that is helping propel education to that practical level is mind blowing. I would want every parent out there who would want to sort of see their children get to that level with science,
Right.
get hold of
the science set.
the science set.
The science set.
So simple and practical and powerful. So simple and practical.
Yeah.
Get one for your child. It goes for 150 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
I think in dollars it will be somewhere around
Yeah, so when we are selling to the diaspora, I mean, when you go on the internet, it's just $30.
$30.
Yeah,
Okay.
$30.
And do you do delivery
Yes,
across
yes,
the globe
I mean,
or
deliver
anywhere?
everywhere. Just give us a call and then we'll have it sorted out.
Your last words for my viewers
Okay.
who would want to buy.
So I want to
Buy them in quantities, please.
Yeah, I want to just put an advice out there to the parents and tell them that every child is going to school, every child is going to graduate, but what is the difference between going to school and get yourself educated? And so the science that gives you that ability to be able to give your child that advantage to that. And we also want to thank our teachers so much. Our teachers who put in so much work for us to be able to learn practically, even though they don't have the materials. We just want to tell them that the science set is here and that you can get one for yourself. And to our people out there, we hear people complain a lot about lack of practical education. I believe we are supposed to shift from the complaining and deliver the solution. And you are part of the solution. Just as we mentioned, if you have an alma mater, you can support it with that. If you are in an organization, you can support it with that. If you're a government, you can support it with that. And let's make Africa and the globe a better place with the younger generation. Of course.
Thank you very much, Caleb.
Thank you.
To add to what he said, just like the way Bill Gates got into every home with Microsoft on your laptop or computers, make sure this set get to every single home, because every child needs to be educated. And if they need to be educated, it is better for us to introduce this to them, for them to get their interests and be able to do things, solve problems for mankind, come tomorrow, come next year, come 10 years to come.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Sure.
Nice one.
Very, very cool. We're putting them together for display stand for our bookshop. So when you go into your bookshop and you see something like this, there's a sign set.
Oh, okay.
She's trying to put together. It's not finished anyway.
Yeah, I know. So, Michael, what's your background?
My background is in mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. That's why. That's why. I can
It's
see.
not your regular mechanical engineering person.
Yeah,
You have to do a lot of
yeah.
school activities.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, in my opinion, I think getting access to like a large enough market. The government controls a lot of the schools, public schools. So being able to get them to acknowledge this and then sort of have a deal with us would go a long way to facilitate the manufacturing. Like I said, we already have the capacity to pull these things off. There are plans in motion to even now increase our current manufacturing capacity. But again, we need to be able to justify all of these things. Purchasing of injection molding machines and going through with injection molding.
I wish I can go down on my knees talking to the government. Go down on my knees begging that every child gets one science set, one child. This thing is made in Ghana, here in Kumasi. We are appealing that it becomes something that will let the generation that are coming benefit. Because if they don't use it now, then the coming generation wouldn't be able to lay their hands on them. Guys, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful learning process. If you haven't subscribed, do so. We will come your way with more good content. Share this information for your friends to as well benefit. Thank you. Stay tuned. Watch out for more good stuff. Thank you.